Hello everyone, I'm Benny. Today I will explain how to use the AutoCount Lead Management Plugin. I believe many companies have a lot of leads. When a company is handling many leads, the biggest problem is not the lack of information, but that the information is too scattered. For example, some employees record it in Excel, some put it in WhatsApp, and some fill it out on paper. However, after a long time, if you don't keep these leads in a unified place, you will forget them, or other teams will find it difficult to follow up. When you want to ask, you don't know what the situation is like. For example, a company receives many new inquiries every day, such as from WhatsApp, Facebook, the website, or contacts passed on by the sales team themselves. These leads are very scattered, so it's difficult for the manager to keep track of which leads have been followed up, which haven't, and which have already been successfully negotiated. With this plugin, users can enter each of these leads into the lead management plugin, and you can also see the status such as lost, successful, closed, or call quotation. Now we are inside AutoCount. First, we need to make sure to turn off the new function for sales quotation, advanced quotation, sales order, delivery order, and invoice, because all our documents will be controlled and opened on the lead side. This way you can keep track of each lead status. After you have set these accesses, you need to go to the lead status maintenance to set its status. For example, now you want to arrange a demo, you need to contact and you want to demo. This is the new lead, this is the status. Then there is the lead stage here. The lead stage is what stage the discussion is at now. For example, still in discussion, or new, or won, or disqualified, all can be filled in the lead stage there. And then we have lead source maintenance, which is where the lead comes from, like existing customers, introduced by your own customers, or referred by others, website, WhatsApp, Facebook, email, all can be added here. This is called lead source maintenance. Then we also have filter sales agent maintenance. The purpose of this filter sales agent maintenance is that your own user ID can only see the leads of specific agents and cannot see other people's leads. Then product template maintenance. This is used for analysis purposes. You can put this template and include the styles of those items. For example, if he is now interested in a sofa and there are 2 item codes for the sofa, you can bind some templates here. So when you open a lead, you can narrow down your product range and just promote this sofa to him, which will also increase the success rate. As for the others, there are some reports, which I will explain later. After we finish setting, we need to go to lead is entry to start filling in our lead. So open a new lead, and here you fill in their information, their address, then assign to which agent, where they came from, if they were introduced by an existing customer, and which products they are interested in. You can select chair. Then if you have this website, email, and information, fill it in. Then you can, below is a status, you can right click, add that status, and you can fill in, contact it, then arrange a demo. Then in the note section, you can write in more detail. After filling this out, you can save it. If it is successful, you can right click and convert it to an adapter, then save it, and it will have an adapter code here. If you want to create a quotation, you can right click, convert, and transfer it to a quotation or an advanced quotation. Now I will transfer it to a quotation. Then here, you can select the item code you want. Then just save it. So everything is operated here. Then you can refresh to check its current status. It will automatically update to quotation. Here in quotation, you can also transfer it to sales order. When you transfer to sales order, your lead can see that its status is already sales confirmed. It will automatically adjust the status for you. You don't need to adjust it yourself. If you take the sales order, if you transfer it to invoice, its lead status will also say success and close, because the invoice has already been issued. Then once you have succeeded, you actually shouldn't let them make changes. But if you don't want to let them change, but you want to let them modify the lead maintenance info, you can use this easy edit button to edit that information, like adding or supplementing emails. You can also do that here, but the ones below you cannot modify them because the sales are already confirmed and closed. And then over here there is also the document info. You can double click to view it. Now that we have prepared the lead, we can go to printing to print that report for analysis purposes. There are some filters here for you to use, some statuses you can play around with. So for example, you can drag this column up and you can see how many demos are still ongoing, how many have been put as lost, which cases are closed, and which ones haven't responded. All of these can be seen in the printing report. Besides that, we also have this multi-dimensional A-lead analysis. You can look at which of your products sell best and which ones are usually the easiest to succeed with, which ones are mostly unsuccessful, and which ones are customers coming from Facebook, and which ones are customers coming from the website. All of these can be seen in the multi-dimensional lead analysis. Besides this, we also have 2 extra functions. These 2 functions, you can hide them, meaning in the access rights, you don't let them see these 2 functions. These functions are actually for these old customers. If their invoices or lead numbers are incorrect, you can press this button, this fix. Even if it's a small fix, it will update those invoice lead numbers back in. The lead status validation is like, because when we updated before, for example, when you create an invoice, its status would not update to your lead, the status would not update there. You can use this lead status validation to update the status of those leads. This new, if you are a new customer, this function is already available, but for old customers, it is not. You can press this button to fix those A2Cs. Then we also have a dashboard, which is a small analysis. It can show you the lead status, whether confirmed or still in demo. When you open AutoCount, you can see the status, like how many leads succeeded this month, how many were successful, how many failed, and how many were lost, and so on.
If you have any questions, you can contact me. My phone number is 146 414218. Thank you, everyone.